Hello, good afternoon. I'm Jean-François Navinaire. I'm currently coordinator of the international relations of the Institut Polytechnique de Paris. This is the institution I will present now. The Institut Polytechnique de Paris was created 18 months ago, so this is a really recent institution, but it gathers old French prestigious engineering graduate schools, and I will present you now this institution and also the offer of programs in this institution. So the Institut Polytechnique de Paris gathers the École Polytechnique, this is the French most prestigious engineering school, also the INSTITUT Paris, ENSAE Paris, and Télécom Paris and Télécom Sud Paris. The École Polytechnique is a very scientific engineering school, and STAR is more comprehensive, covers different areas. ENSAE is more on applied mathematics, statistics, actuarial science, and the two telecom schools are in information and communication technologies. So the Institut Polytechnique de Paris has three main ambitions: to provide excellent scientific multidisciplinary training, to lead cutting-edge research, and also to foster innovation and entrepreneurship. As a whole, we have around 8,500 students, also around 1,000 faculty members, 35% of international students, and we have an excellent employability rate that is more than 95% of our engineers and graduated have an employment in the 4 months after the graduation. And I will say a few words later about the campus. So as the Institut Polytechnique de Paris is still recent, it's still not really present in international rankings. I will mention some rankings, but I will first mention the position of the École Polytechnique. So the École Polytechnique, as already said, is the most prestigious in France, but it's also present in rankings like QS, THS, CWR, and you have here some figures of the rankings. And we can mention also that the École Polytechnique is the second institution in France for the number of Nobel Prizes and the sixth at the world scale. I would like also to mention the last ranking. In the Times Higher Education Awards Best Small Universities, whereas the École Polytechnique was ranked at the second position. As an example, Télécom Paris is also one of the best French engineering graduate schools, also present in international rankings. And in the same ranking I've just mentioned for the École Polytechnique, the Télécom Paris was at the sixth position. Now, for the Institut Polytechnique de Paris as a whole, the Institut Polytechnique de Paris is ranked at the 35th position worldwide in the CWR ranking, and at the 6th position for alumni employment. And we are also present, for example, in the Shanghai Jiaotong ranking, in the thematic rankings. And it's interesting to see that we are present in almost all areas where we are acting. Some words about the campus. The campus is located 20 kilometers in the south of Paris, with easy access by train, by bus, by car, and you have also easy possibilities of transport locally, even by bicycle, for example. So you have less than 2 kilometers between the school's telecom on the western part and the ENSTA on the eastern part, and you have in the middle the École Polytechnique buildings and SAE buildings also. You have on the campus student housing, stores also, and both public and private research centers. For example, EDF is a French electricity historical company. Danone is a food company. Thales Electronics, CA Nuclear Energy and Electronics, Oriba Optics, and you have other research and development centers under development, like Total. Total is a company in the French, is a French company in the petrol industry. And this campus is located in the Paris region. So it's interesting to say a few words about this region, because this is a leading economic region in Europe, representing 4.6% of the total European GDP, with more than 600,000 students, more than 1 million of companies, also the first European region for research and development and innovation. And in this region, the Plateau de Saclay campus, our campus is a part of this Plateau de Saclay campus, gathers 40% of Paris region public and private research, and also 15% of the French research. And this Plateau de Saclay campus was ranked some years ago on the top 8 innovation clusters in the world. The Institut Polytechnique de Paris has developed also alliances with strategic partners like HEC. HEC is a business school and is considered as the best business school in Europe. And the idea is to create multidisciplinary academic alliances in order to create links between our expertise in technology and science and the expertise in business of HEC in this case. And we have indeed created 2 months ago interdisciplinary research center on data science and artificial intelligence with HEC. We have also strong partnerships with French research agencies like CNRS, for example, and also with international institutions in Europe, like the Eurotech network, for example, in the United States and other countries, and in Singapore with NUS and NTU. And we develop also, of course, a partnership in France with the big partners we have, like the Université Paris-Saclay, for example, or other institutions. A characteristics of the French engineering graduate schools and of the Institut Polytechnique de Paris is the particularly strong interaction with companies. You have here some logos of big companies and multinational companies, but we work also with small and medium companies. And it's particularly interesting for our students because it provides you the opportunities of internships, of coaching, of conferences, of case studies, of company visits, of recruitment forums, networking, education and research chairs, and also other activities. Here you have pictures about our education and research scientific areas. We have biology, economics, computer science, data science and artificial intelligence, mechanics and energetics, chemical science, information, communications and electronics, mathematics, physics, and also languages, arts and humanities, social sciences and management. And we have both science and technology areas, and also these other areas in language, arts and social sciences, because we consider that it's very important for an engineer that will then work later in companies and often take positions in management to have both this multidisciplinary skills and competencies in order to be a good professional. Here you have an overview of our offer in educational programs. We have first a bachelor that is operated by the École Polytechnique. We have what we call in French the Diplôme d'ingénieur, in English Master of Science in Engineering. We have 5 Master of Science in Engineering. And we have then master programs and also what we call Master of Science and Technology. What is the difference between these two programs? Master programs are more research oriented. Master of Science and Technology are more professionally oriented. We have then PhD and PhD track. I will explain later what is the PhD track. And we have finally programs in continuing education. I will not go in detail on these continuing education programs in this presentation. So first, I would like to speak about the Master of Science in Engineering, then the Diplôme d'ingénieur. It confers the European grade of master. It's a highly selective entrance program. And strong characteristics is that is a multidisciplinary program. It means that you will have a strong basics in fundamental sciences, particularly mathematics and physics. Also, of course, engineering sciences, then economics, business management, innovation, entrepreneurship. And also you will develop your soft skills, your ability to communicate, to develop your critical thinking, to be aware of social environment. Also, you will develop your international skills through languages and also your knowledge in geopolitics. Again, speaking about the interaction with companies, I would like to mention that there are several opportunities of internships during this program of Master of Science in Engineering. I would like to mention in particular one program we have with the National University of Singapore called the French Dual Degree Program, FDDP. This program was created 20 years ago, and this is a program in common with other French engineering graduate schools. Since the beginning, more than 120 students from NUS have participated, and more than 160 students from the French Grandes Écoles, French graduate engineering schools, have participated. So how this program is organized? The program will first study 2 years at NUS. Then after these 2 years, the student goes to one of the French schools participating in the FDDP. During these 2 years, the student will study the core curriculum in engineering and also have opportunities of internships. And then, after these 2 years, the student will go back to Singapore to conclude a master either in engineering, in science, or in computing. So it's important to know that to participate to this program, the student have to train French language during the 2 first years at NUS, and also they have a particular training in mathematics and physics to prepare them the best way. So benefits of this program are in particular the possibility to be to obtain 2 internationally recognized postgraduate degrees. Also, it's an opportunity to gain exposure to French education, French culture, French society, to develop a network with French students, then after that French alumni, engineers, scientists, and other international students also, as we welcome a lot of students from all over the world. And then when you are graduated, to become also member of French and Singaporean alumni associations. So we have powerful alumni associations in France. And of course, you will develop your proficiency in French language. Now, Some words about the master programs. The master programs are programs of 2 years with both fundamental and applied sciences with an international focus. Some of the programs are taught in English. The majority are taught in English today, and some of the programs are taught in French. And we have 14 different areas of masters. I have no time here to present this in detail now. What is important to say is that the master programs are more research oriented, but they prepare you both for the professional life and also for doctoral studies. About PhD programs, so the PhD in France is a program in theoretically 3 years. In fact, the duration is a little bit more. And we have also a PhD track. PhD track is a combination of a master first and then a PhD. So in a PhD track, you have first a customized master according to your particular interest in research. That is, it will prepare you in a customized way for the PhD. So you have closer contact with laboratories and earlier contact with laboratories than with a classical master. What we provide also in our PhD programs is a personalized tutoring. This is in order to improve the quality of training, to also develop the employability of the doctoral students, and to promote access to entrepreneurship as a factor of innovation. We organize in 2 doctoral schools. One is a multidisciplinary doctoral school in common with HEC, and it covers all our main research areas except mathematics. Mathematics are covered by a second doctoral school that is shared with 2 French prestigious universities, the Université Paris-Saclay and PSL. And this second school covers pure mathematics, applied mathematics, and mathematics at interfaces. Some words about tuition fees. For the master program, according to the master program, specific master program, the fees are between 243 euros per year till 6,243 euros per year. So it depends on the program itself, and it depends also if you have a European nationality or not. Then PhD track, the master fees are waived, and for the best students, there are possibilities even of scholarship during the 2 years of the masters. And for the PhD, it's important to know that in France, it's mandatory by law to give a research fellowship or salary to the PhD students. So this is a responsibility of the laboratory to find the resources to provide this fellowship. And there are small registration fees that are 380 euros per year. Now, how to apply? For the master programs, there are 3 sessions per year. So you have here the indication of the deadlines. The deadlines are subject to change, but if they change, they are probably 1 week later, something like that, no more. So the first one is January 31, and this is common also with the PhD track, and you have 2 others later for the masters. So of course the criteria are academic achievements, language skills, and your motivations. And you have the notification of acceptance within 2 months after the deadline. For the PhD track, you have also, if pre-selected, you have also a motivation interview, a scientific interview. Be careful, you can apply to no more than 5 programs, either master programs or PhD tracks. For PhD, to apply is a little bit different. There is no specific timing for applications. So you have to take a look on the thesis subjects that are proposed online, but you can also contact directly professors. In fact, you have to go to the website of the Institut Polytechnique de Paris and the website of the different laboratories that may be of your interest. And if you find well, some thematics that are developed in these laboratories that are on your interest, you can contact directly the professors and then do that, also providing a curriculum vitae and your motivations. Here you have some examples of our alumni. I have no time to go in detail about these examples, but I would like just to mention the first one, perhaps Rose Dieng Koons. She was a Senegalese first student and alumni of our schools. And she was a pioneer in artificial intelligence, and she graduated from both École Polytechnique and Telecom Paris. Also, to give you some examples of scientific and technological achievements, you have here some examples. Again, I have no time to detail all these guys, but you have Luc Julia, for example. This is the creator of the Siri application from Apple for voice recognition. Oscar Salazar is a doctor of Telecom Paris and is a co-founder of Uber. Gerard Mourou is a Nobel Prize in physics some years ago, and he's a professor of both École Polytechnique and INSTITUT Paris. Edmond Malinvaux, a professor of INSA Paris and one of the founders of a theory of imbalances well known in economy. So that's all for this presentation. I will now be at your disposal to answer to your question in a Zoom session. Thank you very much for your attention.